Hey guys, Alessio, hope you're well. Speaking to you today from Tehran in Iran. As a matter of fact, I want to talk to you today in this video about this interesting situation when we compare different charts. I'm going to compare the chart of stock markets with Bitcoin because something strange is going on, which I think we should talk about. All right, guys, join me. Alright guys, welcome back. So as I'm sure you probably have guessed, I'm not in the UK, in London. I'm actually in Tehran in Iran. I've been here now for a few days, for some time. And as you can see here, beautiful park, by the way. This is Mellat Park in central Tehran. A lot of people come here for the New Year, Persian New Year, of course. And anyway, I want to wish you a fantastic spring. Finally, the winter is over, and I hope it's going to be a beautiful spring. All right, guys, about the situation with the stock markets and Bitcoin, all I want to say here is we have a strange situation where we see strength in certain markets, but weakness in others. So, for example, we've seen strength in Bitcoin. We've seen strength in the Nasdaq. As I'm sure you've probably seen so far, Bitcoin has surged higher as we expected. In fact, I said that Bitcoin very likely could reach at least 27,300, 27,376, that level approximately. So we reached that level. So while many YouTubers and people out there have been very bearish on Bitcoin and crypto, I've maintained a bullish bias and perspective on Bitcoin for the last several weeks and months. Anyway, as far as the charts are concerned, what worries me is that we're seeing relative weakness in the S&P. So certain charts, certain markets like the S&P 500 and the Dow Transportation, as we know, the Dow Transportation is often linked to the economy because transportation is often very sensitive to shifts in the economy. So the bottom line is we're seeing relative weakness in the transportation index, we're seeing weakness in the Dow, the S&P. Nevertheless, we're seeing the exact opposite, almost the exact opposite in Bitcoin and crypto and the Nasdaq. Okay, so they can't all be correct. So the question is, which one is going to be the right perspective? The strength we're seeing in some charts like Bitcoin and Nasdaq, or is it the weakness in the S&P and the Dow and the transportation index? Which of these is telling us the true picture or the correct picture? Personally, I think as long as the stock market remains above the December lows, that critical support level, I'm going to remain bullish on the stock market and Bitcoin and crypto as well. But of course, I could be wrong. And what I'm interested to see is which one of these charts ends up being the right perspective, the correct perspective for the markets in the next several weeks and months. And by the way, let me know in the comments what you think. Which particular outlook or perspective do you have? I personally think, again, I think the charts like the Nasdaq and Bitcoin giving us a more bullish picture, a more strong picture. I think that's the correct picture personally. I think eventually the S&P and the transportation index will play catch up. I think they'll catch up with these stronger markets like the Nasdaq and Bitcoin. So I'm waiting for confirmation. Let's see which of these markets ends up showing us the right path. And by the way, one of the reasons I'm remaining bullish in the market is because a lot of factors involved, a lot of data that's involved out there that's giving us a much more bullish picture, at the very least towards the end of July, by the end of summer of this year, 2023, and perhaps even all the way to the end of the year, 2023. But let's wait and see if we get that confirmation in the next several weeks. All right, guys, hope this video helps. I'm going to leave you with some great pictures and images of Tehran and Iran here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.